Well, I'm the youngest of four. So I have an older brother, two older sisters. It was a fun time growing up. I went to a camp when I was 11 years old, and I didn't really know how I looked to other people, but I was overweight. I had long, greasy hair. I used to listen to Nirvana a lot, so I kind of followed in the grunge movement. And I was also at the age where girls started becoming very interesting to me. I saw this girl, and she was so beautiful, and so I go up to her with my friend who had dared to go with me, and the girl looked at me just cold, as cold could be. She said, "You're fat and ugly. I just want you to know that." And from that time on, that crushed me so bad, but from that time on, I began to really self-loathe, self-hate, because, I wasn't good looking enough. My brother was good looking, my sister was good looking, and I was the ugly duckling. Well, later on that summer, I had an educator say I had a learning disability, and, say that, basically I was stupid. And so I started to call myself fat, ugly, and stupid. I did what fat, ugly, and stupid does. And so I became very self-hating, and so then I began to hate others, because especially if you were good looking, I couldn't stand you, and I was jealous, and so I got into fights, and I started drinking when I was 12 years old, started smoking cigarettes, and I started getting into drugs a little later, and that just perpetuated, into deeper and deeper, darkness. When I was 19 years old, I was in boot camp, and there was a gentleman named Zayden who just picked me out of the lineup, so to speak, and he saw that I had such a negative self-image, and he began to speak life into me. And he would tell me things like, "You're a masterpiece, and there's great things planned for your life, I can tell. You got something special about you." And he'd say those things over and over again. And really, his words changed me. And I saw him believing in me, and so I started to believe in myself. Mainstream, the official LLC, was January 2011, but we started in 2010. Mainstream really was birthed out of the idea that people are extraordinary, meant to do extraordinary things. Mainstream's mission is to help people live fulfilled and impactful lives. And so we dedicate everything we do to that mission, and our values are connection, compassion, and transformation. Without my wife Brittany, this would not be possible. She never once doubted, and she always believed and always trusted that it was going to work out. Our ceiling is the next generation's floor. And so I see my kids as just my inspiration to become the best I can be, because I love them so much. I think the biggest accomplishment for me is being able to hire people into this environment. I worked at corporate America. I was in sales and marketing, and I had terrible leaders. And it was a miserable environment to work. I believed in what I was doing, and I was passionate about my job, but my leaders were not very good. I tried to create an environment where people can come and be themselves and be free and have fun at work and enjoy what they do and help people and have meaning in their life and what they do. And that, to me, is the greatest accomplishment of all, is that I've been able to hire multiple people now, and they get to experience what I get to experience every day, and it's just so much fun to do it with a group than by yourself. I walk in, any client that I meet with, I feel like I'm a part of their company, and I completely give my whole heart to anybody that I serve, and our whole team does that. So it's like they're getting a whole team who loves them and is there to help move them to their preferred future. So whenever someone works with me, I don't do anything half-heartedly. So I go in with all my heart, give them everything I got, and I love them unconditionally. I don't judge. I don't put someone on a pedestal and put someone else on the floor. I really do try to treat everybody the same, and I care about everybody equally.